you want to turn on the light?
Yeah, why not? Sup, y'all? I got McBozo here with me. Say hello, McChicken.
All right, bro.
Anywho, so the way it's gonna work is that Big Johnson and Little Johnson are both gonna give our own individual ratings for anime. Okay. By the way, we're doing an anime tier list. Let's freaking go. And we're just gonna average out whatever whatever decisions we have on an anime, because we're gonna disagree. Okay. Because whatever he wants, I just choose the opposite. Anywho, what is that? Fairy Gone?
Ain't nobody heard about that.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? Beastars? Bro, have you watched Beastars?
I've seen a little.
Bro, Beastars? He okay. Just as a warning, spoiler. We are spoiling literally every single anime you will see on this list. We are going to be talking about the endings of everything. Because it's just, let's say, okay, yeah. It's just no fun if we don't talk about the spoilers, okay?
It's true.
And if we have any recommendations for you, this is not the place, okay? This is not the time and place. We're talking about, we're not trying to recommend you anime that are good. We are trying to talk about everything and everything. Beastars, freaking Legoshi eats his friend's leg and then he beats the crud out of a polar bear. So now we gotta put that in the high tier. This anime is so stupid, bro. People are gonna be eating each other, and there's legit people in the anime who are like, we can't really blame them for that. It's in their nature to want to eat their classmates. What? There's a black market for cannibals. What? Oh, it's only natural, bro. This is sometimes really high tier and sometimes poop tier. So I'm gonna put it in mid as an average. Nah, bro, it's so dumb.
Wait, should we take turns?
No, we both talk at the same time.
All right, bro.
Fate Stay Night. Did you watch that? That's a famous one.
I've seen a little bit of it. Like,
Do you want to rate it?
No, I couldn't get past any more than the first 20 seconds because it would piss me off.
What does that mean, bro?
Because they just keep on talking about their stupid magic system. I'm like, no one cares. Just fight. Like,
did it feel like a lecture?
Yeah, bro. And then they had the stupid like traveling JPEG of the background as he scrolls down. I was like, what are you doing? Just let me see stuff. And then they have like the magic circle Doctor Strange looking thing, except Stay Night did it first. Oh. It's just like, shut up, no one cares. F tier.
All right, F tier, put it in, bro. F for Fate Stay Night. Okay, what's this one? Do you know this one?
I can't see, dude. I don't think so.
I can't even use the trackpad. The trackpad's dead. You see, our trackpad's broken. It can like move the mouse around, but it can't zoom in. I mean, it can't click. Okay, do you recognize those
Paranoia
feet?
Agent, no.
Okay, Dr. Stone. Did you watch Dr. Stone?
Not really. Except, I thought that was Chinese. I don't think it's actually Japanese, so it's not actually anime, so it doesn't count, so it's shit.
We'll count it. If we see anything Chinese, like I watch Link Click with my boys. Link Click's a Chinese one. If that's in there, I'll rate it. I don't know this one. You know what? Let's just go ahead and filter all these out I haven't watched.
I feel like some of these we actually have watched accidentally, though, and we couldn't recognize it.
Oh. Okay. If we just see it, but we don't recognize it, I think it's still...
Wait, is that Vinland Saga?
I think so.
Oh, it is.
Vinland Saga, bro. What do you think of that? Okay. I never watched it.
That Vinland Saga was actually pretty cool. I didn't watch the entirety of it. I haven't finished it, but it was actually pretty cool. Like... This little kid, Thorfinn, was mad that his dad died from like pirates as they're on a Viking adventure, and then he joined the platoon to have the opportunity to kill him. So that was the first season, and then the second season's him fighting peace after that, after such like a rage-filled childhood, basically. It's very good. It has an interesting message, and obviously it has a very interesting message because it blew up a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. However, it's not the first anime to have this like violence to peace type of archetype. I would say like the first one who did that was Samurai X, so also known as Rurouni Kenshin. But in terms of what it does and how good it is, I'd say it's pretty damn good. So I'd say top tier is like kind of solid. I don't think anyone would agree or disagree with that really. But it's like between high tier, top tier, basically. Bro. So
one of my friends watched like a full episode and then he got so bored that he dropped it. Okay, let's get to the next one. Fire Force, bro.
F tier.
What the? What? Okay, Fire Force is really cool sometimes,
Yeah.
kind of mid sometimes, and doo-doo in like certain scenes. The fan service. The fan
Yeah.
service is
Fan
so
service is so
stupid and
bad.
pointless. But like, sometimes it's funny.
It's cool.
Very rarely. The cat girl, that's not funny at all. But like the fireman buff calendar, I love that. But anywho, let's talk about stuff that actually matters. The plot is all right. I think. Have you seen any Fire Force, bro?
I've seen a little bit. Yeah.
Like how much of it?
Like, I kind of know the plot, pretty much.
I was pretty much invested in it all the way up until like all the way either through season 1 or season 2. It's okay. Minor spoiler for my bro.
Why I speak of bears.
There was this one part where Shinra fights his little brother, and they do like the time stop stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen.
And that was like really cool. Them like darting around and stuff. But then after that, there was like this little lull in the story, and the lull was just so unbearably boring. I couldn't get through it to get to the rest of the series. So if we're just rating that one part that I watched, I'd say it's pretty good. And then the part that got me so bored that I dropped it is low tier. I think overall it's decent. I'd put it high mid. It could be high tier. It could be high tier. Okay, you know what? I think we'll go through the list, and if we see a bunch of stuff that's really mid, then I might promote Fire Force to high tier, but for now it's staying mid tier.
Wait, is it ordered in the tier?
Yeah, I will say it's ordered in the tier. Oh, yeah. This should be
There's no
definitely
way.
above B stars.
Yeah.
It is absolutely better than B stars. But yeah, I'm sorry. Most of this is high tier, okay? Let me get this right for you Fire Force fans out there. Most of this is high tier. It's just that one part that really brings it down. I'll promote it, though, if we see enough good stuff. Hasbro? Whatever. Did you watch that, bro?
I think I've seen clips from it, but I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen any of it. This
Have you
one,
seen Love is War?
I've seen like a couple clips, and they're funny.
Okay, the thing is, like, if it's for me personally, it's obviously kind of a romance anime, but it's like a slice of life, like school romance anime. But it's almost purely for funniness and not really for the actual romance progression. The thing is, if you really enjoy romance anime, and if this was a tier list of how much you could enjoy an anime, this would be God tier. But in terms of how good a show is and how enjoyable a show is not the same thing, right? So I think for like...
Think about like the impact it had on you. Did it make enough of an impact to feel like God tier, or does it feel like top tier?
No, it's like... It's very enjoyable, but after... When you think of the whole show, you think of moments, you know? You don't just think of like what the whole show meant to you. Like say if we're taking like another show, right? I don't know, like some other show that has like a big overarching message. Say,
Dragon
like,
Ball Z? Does that count?
Maybe Dragon Ball Z, but if I were to say something like Naruto, right? Like kind of spoilers, but you know, it's about like overcoming loneliness, and like the overall story is the thing that you remember. Like someone could probably remember like specific moments, which we do.
I'm gonna check audio real quick. Keep talking.
Yeah. Like we probably remember specific moments of Naruto, but you also remember the full overarching message. The full overarching message in Love is War is that love is war, and that it's just
Okay, yeah.
it's just goofy funniness. So I think on that case it would be high tier. Like if this was A B C D, this would be like between A and B. So like probably like a high B or a low A.
I see.
My
I
opinion.
see.
Yeah.
I kind of want to rename these actually. I think high and top. That gives similar vibes. I'm gonna rename it the B tier, and then this is A tier, and this can be S tier.
Yeah.
That feels just a lot clearer to me. Okay, there we go, and then Mega F tier. All right, I don't think I really talked about what exactly makes Fire Force good. It's the action, it's the story, the characters are interesting. You know, there's this one star guy, this one villain, who just bullied the heck out of the cat girl. That was so like messed up and iconic. So I think the characters stand out, the action stands out, the animation is absolutely gorgeous. Makes sense because it's it's animated by the guys who made JoJo, which is my favorite anime ever, spoiler alert. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Plot, characters, action, animation. Nana. Don't know what that is. Do you know what
Wait,
that is?
have you seen Nana?
Oh, you actually heard of this? I thought this was like some really niche thing.
It's really not. The thing is, it's like I'm pretty sure this is like just as old as One Piece, if not a little
What?
younger. Like it's still
What?
going on. Like this anime is still going on.
Why?
It's so long, and like I think the premise is like these models and fashion designers are are living life, something like that.
What? Okay.
I
So
think
I'm
it-
just watching someone live their life
The
as
thing
like a
is,
normal person.
It's like very tailored to the like old school female audience, like 2000 female audience, and so it doesn't really cater as much to guys. But there's a lot of people who like really enjoy Nana, and like I've seen some scenes. It does seem like a very like visually beautiful anime, but I don't know how much like story and plot it is, and if it's still going on, then it's probably dragging. So it's probably shit. Terrible tier.
That makes sense. Okay.
No, I'm kidding. But
For an anime that's been running that long,
terrible tier.
it's kind of crazy that I haven't heard of it. Anywho, GTO, have you heard of it?
Oh, wait. I think this is called like Great Teacher Onizuka or something. Something like that.
Dang, you know a lot more anime than I do.
Yeah. The thing is, with this one, I think he was just like a super freak and he was like kind of pedophiliac to his students. But I think it was also like really funny.
What
and,
the
like,
hell?
It can't be F tier if it's actually kind of funny, which it is, I think.
Dang, bro.
But it's kind of terrible, and it's like 11 or 12 episodes or something. I think I really don't know, but like I've seen clips of it. It's actually kind of funny, but it's pretty weird
Yo,
from
these-
what I've seen.
These ads are killing me.
Yes.
Oh, God bless you, bro. All right, there we go.
Oh, there's a X.
Oh, there we go. Combo. All right, we put an advantage stay and pushed it down. Well, pedo anime is not the F tier.
Beck.
Mongolian Chop Squad. Have you heard of that?
No, that sounds kind of cool.
Okay.
So it must be terrible. F tier.
F tier? Oh, you want to actually rate it? Yeah, let's go. All
Oh
right.
wait.
Huh?
This does look familiar now that I think about it.
That looked like a prequel to Demon Slayer.
Oh. Oh, some of these do look familiar now that I see it now. I don't know if this is the right one that I'm thinking about though. I don't think it is. So never mind.
Okay, Bakano. I think I've heard of that, but I don't know nothing about it.
I've not heard of Buck.
Looks like Spy Family or something. I don't know.
Spy X Family's pretty fire, but it's not Spy X Family.
This one, isn't this the elementary school anime you've been watching?
I've not ever watched. Oh wait,
You know, with all the toddlers and stuff?
no.
Oh.
I think I could be wrong, but this might be the anime with like really innocent artwork and like characters, and it's like super dark, like a really dark plot.
Oh, isn't that Made in Abyss?
I don't know the name, but I think it's like, it like looks like these characters, but everyone's like serial killers or something.
Oh. Oh, wow. Okay.
I think it's actually like pretty cool, but I don't know if that's the one. So I don't know.
Alrighty then. Okay. We'll put that in the... Nope. What's this?
Probably terrible.
Okay, yeah.
I'm kidding.
The text gets smaller every time.
Oh my god, it doesn't zoom in anymore. Okay, I don't know. What that
Okay,
is.
yeah. I'm just gonna assume that's like a Studio Ghibli masterpiece that we just put in. I don't know.
I don't think so.
All right. Afro Samurai.
Have you heard of Afro Samurai?
I've heard of it. I heard it's fire, but
It actually was really cool. I think I did watch all of it. It was actually really cool.
dang. Okay, where'd you put it?
It's not like super cool overarching message. It's kind of like it's sort of like the John Wick movies where it's like mostly pure action and aura
I do not mind that.
and not actually anything. But the thing is like you can't put something as the best ever or like it's really good at what it does, but it has to have all parts of the puzzle if it's a masterpiece, right? So
I would consider like the Raid Redemption and John Wick movies to be masterpieces, even though there's pretty much
yeah, but
like no plot whatsoever. Except
like
very basic.
like S tier and masterpiece is not the same thing though. Like it has to have like all of the aspects for it to be S tier in my opinion. But I'd say like it's like the same thing as I'd say it's higher than Love is War though.
It's really great, but there's no like purpose to it.
Yeah.
Or there's no like is there a big send off at the end or a big payoff?
I don't think so. I don't really think so.
That's down some points.
I think this guy is just like had a lot of aura. I think that was the full point.
You know, that's all right.
Yeah.
But man, an anime really needs to be able to stick the landing in order to have an impact, you know? Let's take Naruto, for example, eh?
Okay. This is my expertise personally.
All right, I'm gonna let the expert carry it away. But me personally, just to give a few thoughts before the appetizer before the meal. Naruto Classic, that's my favorite. That's the one I enjoyed the most by far. I didn't watch some parts. I only watched the parts that Ivan watched sometimes. Like I didn't see the Zabuza arc, for example, but I heard that was good.
That was like one of the best ones.
Yeah. Naruto, super wholesome, super fun, super cute, super action-packed. And when people got in danger, I was actually scared for them. But in Naruto Shippuden, I feel like people got so strong, and I got a lower sense of what people were actually capable of as ninjas. Like, what is the actual limits of ninjutsu? That I feel like it was harder to tell when people were really in danger. I don't know if you guys can relate to that, or if you got the same sense. But yeah, I think it sort of has to do with the same kind of philosophy, or the same kind of problem that some people have touched on, where all the moves are so big and so powerful that people can't really get a sense of scale of power anymore. So Shippuden, it wasn't as impactful to me. I still did really enjoy Shippuden though, like especially the beginning parts with Sasori and Daidara. Dan. But other than that, I did not continue watching, especially because some of the arcs had tons of filler in it. That's by far the biggest thing.
That's true.
But like, just being fair, if we take away the filler, actually, you know what? I think it's unfair if we don't include the filler. So yeah, I guess if we include the filler, they're both low tier.
Well, that's also kind of not fair though. Because
Okay. If we don't count the filler, I'd put original Naruto high tier and Naruto Shippuden mid tier. All right, your turn, bro.
Okay, so the thing is, like, I'd say the difference between the manga and the anime is like super big in like almost every way, and I'd say like the manga is basically better in every way, but it doesn't address that the overarching problem for the series as a total, like Naruto plus Naruto Shippuden, is that they missed the point of the kind of, or like the writer, I think he got a little confused with what the point of the show was. Like actually, he kind of admitted it a couple times too in his.
That's kind of a
ratings.
brutal criticism.
So the thing is, in Naruto original, I'd say it's really good, and it actually did leave a really lasting impression, especially to people who were younger when you watched it. Like, there were some characters and there were some moments that like made you feel like real emotions, and it's not actually just like sadness or happiness, because you know there's like some stupid filler stuff. But like, if you guys ever seen Orochimaru in the Chunin exams, like if you guys remember, like that guy actually made it like a horror anime. That it was like for real scary.
It was like a school shooter coming into your school while you're taking the AP test.
Yeah, it was like that section, especially like people forget how good the soundtrack was for Naruto and like how much it added into everything. Like if you consider how many different characters were kind of like fleshed out and how many different themes and OSTs were made for pretty much every possible moment, and with such a nuanced anime like Naruto and how it's expanded, it's actually like really impressive about how everything happened. And in Naruto original, because it was so much less episodes, it was a lot more focused about like the whole problem, or the whole issue and the whole anime, kind of the point and the whole conflict was like, this guy was really lonely as a kid for a reason, and then he's building connections and gaining recognition and becoming stronger, stuff like that. And then from there, it was able to flesh out about like certain moments and certain relatabilities with other characters, and especially within his group and other people who are like and similar to him. It was able to like really, in Naruto original, it was able to be like super fleshed out and a really original story. The thing is, in Shippuden, it was stretched out way too far and way too hard. Like, for the original point of loneliness, like, the author, he kind of just like reapplied loneliness with different lenses to different situations that it didn't really make sense. Like, that's not really how that worked, you know? For example, this is a bit of a spoiler, but there's a character called Pain, and then Pain, like his point was that a lot of people around him died, and that's why he became resentful towards the world and wanted to share everyone the death and like the pain of death that he was exposed to. But Naruto, the way he related to that was that, yes, like someone else in his life died, but he said that he was just lonely, and that's not really the point. I'm kind of like oversimplifying it, but I'm saying like it was, instead of, in my opinion, if they could have handled it better in terms of the emotion of it, like they could have, in Shippuden, they could have had better symbolism with like each fight, which kind of makes me sound like an English nerd, but it is important to the fight, or like to the scenes, for it to be like in that masterpiece tier, like better symbolism and not over expansion of just one idea of loneliness, and actually creating nuances. And like the show literally had opportunities to create those nuances, but it felt like so rushed, and like it felt like it was like so rushed and spread so thin for no reason. It was kind of annoying. So in my opinion, I'd say it's more like this,
Oh yeah.
and then this or something like that, because like Naruto Shippuden, it's so long and had so many memorable moments and emotional moments, and actually like animated well at its best moments. It's hard to put it like below B or something. So in my opinion, this is kind of biased, but I'd say it's like top of B and then the bottom of A. Actually, no, I put it above Vinland Saga, I think.
Nice.
Because it's like Vinland Saga, it's rooted in reality, but like it's ninjas fighting other ninjas with powers. Like
Yeah.
it's hard to argue against that. So
It's just way too cool. Rule
Yeah.
of cool, you know?
yeah, that's where I would put it. Ooh,
I think you talked about a good theme though. Like with a lot of these anime, especially these long-running shonen battle anime, you kind of lose a sense of theme. That's one big difference you can notice between Western TV shows and anime. The way anime works is that it can run like for a long period of time indefinitely, whereas Western TV shows, I think this is just speculation, but I think Western TV shows, they're told more ahead of time when they're going to be canceled, so they can wrap up their arcs and have their established themes more easily. And another thing is that like Western TV shows, they have stronger focus on themes and lessons that characters learn. Whereas with battle anime, it's more about like overcoming the opponent, not by becoming a better character, but by outwitting them and strategizing and becoming stronger and knowing like how the powers work in the anime. So that's where like some of the impact can be diminished in some of these anime, especially Naruto Shippuden. So yeah, I think it was much stronger in Naruto. There's this theme of like kids growing up as well. Like in Naruto, everybody felt like just this little kid being put into situations where adults were fighting and struggling. Whereas in Naruto, now that everybody's more grown up, people are getting more into their power sets, but then you have differences in power between all these different people who are like the same age, and it just gets kind of muddled, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Kimi ni Todoke, also known as From Me to You. Have you seen this, bro?
I've seen it advertised on like Hulu. It's like high recommended, but I've never watched it.
It is. Actually, so this show is like if Love is War was more focused on actual romance instead of just pure enjoyability. And like, I'd say the show definitely isn't for everyone because some people just really don't care about romance or stuff like that. But like, if you want to watch like a really genuine like teen relationship and how it grows and how like a person, like a singular person can grow, in which the main character is the girl, and then the whole premise with the girl is that she looks like kind of scary, but she learns to like open up with people over time, and she's actually just socially awkward, not like an evil person or anything. And then from how that blossoms into like a funny and beautiful relationship is kind of the whole point of the show. And like even though it was very frustrating at times, it shows like a very real teenage relationship with like two mature but also inexperienced people. What I'm trying to say is like the whole focus is of a relationship, and in the relationship is like two inexperienced people, but they're also not like, they're not using each other, or they're not just like lusting after each other like some, I don't know, just like some stupid stuff. It's like they're genuinely
Teenagers.
it's like they're genuinely trying to have a long-lasting relationship, but in the way it gets a little like muddled. There's a lot of annoying misunderstandings, but
Oh, I hate miscommunication in slice of life.
yeah, but it's a realistic part of a relationship. So for a show that's very realistic but also like very genuine and has a lot of really cute and wholesome and thoughtful moments, I think it's like really, really, really good at what it does. But obviously it's not for everyone because, you know, there's no fighting, there's no swords or anything.
There's no superpowers.
Yeah. So it's not for everyone, but in my opinion, I'd say it's like here. It's really good. It's really good.
Sheesh. Okay, okay.
Or yeah, I could like toss up between these positions in my opinion. I'll put it here for now.
Oh, anything that dunks on Shippuden is a win on my book. All right, this one. This looks kind of familiar. Never mind. I thought this was like a boxing one. That dude has a robotic arm holding like a die or something. Do you know that one?
I do not.
Yeet. Fairy Tail. Bro, did you watch Fairy Tail? I did not watch Fairy Tail.
I watch a little bit. It's the worst shit ever.
Okay. Are we putting it in that
Yeah,
F
bro.
for Fairy Tail
Let's put it there. What does it do? I think the thing is with Fairy Tail, it just tries to be One Piece so bad. It's like the people who defend Fairy Tail are the people that are like, this one couldn't fit into the big three. Shut up.
They should have been the big four, bro. Oh my
Shut
god.
up,
Get out of here. Okay. Oh, one thing I wanted to say before I forget. Okay. Let me just check the recording real quick. If it gets too long, I want to split it into multiple parts just so it's a little bit more digestible.
Oh yeah.
Okay. With slice of life anime, if you're gonna make your two characters fight over something, let it not be miscommunication. Let it be a genuine disagreement. Let them know everything that the other person also knows, but they have different opinions. That's how I think conflict should happen. Anywho, that aside, what the fudge is that? And gear, second gear? Nah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't care.
It looks like Anime Generator Rex.
Berserk.
That's Berserk, bro. That's like the legendary of legends.
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen it? I have not seen it.
I haven't seen all of it, but I've seen like some pretty crazy moments and like part of the beginning episodes. The thing is, just
bro.
like, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of like, just like super disturbing stuff, which might sound contradictory to what I'm gonna say later about another anime, but like, I'm not the biggest fan of like super disturbing stuff, and like,
I see Hellsing Ultimate right
Yeah.
there, bro.
yeah, and like Berserk is like the highest limit of intense, grotesque, brutal stuff. So it's like, it's not for me, but it's really, really good from what I've heard. It's like the themes and like how this guy could just overcome everything and how this guy could find peace through everything that happened. But also like, there are just some crazy freaking scenes and like, it just does not, okay, I don't want to say anything, but it's like, in my opinion, like it's so crazy. I think it made so many people put down the story, and then the people who finished Berserk are just saying like, I'm so much better than you because I finished Berserk.
What?
It's like, shut up, bro. You're just more mentally deranged.
Is that
than
really
me.
what it's like?
Like probably.
Okay. Well, all I know about Berserk is that I see some YouTube videos recommended to me, worst anime villains of all time, and it's always Griffith #1
Yeah.
every single time, because you know him and the princess.
Well,
All
worst
right.
as in most evil.
Yeah, worst as in most evil. But like, I looked up on Wikipedia like what he does, and like the plot is so complicated and weird, and there's so much stuff happening, and that's all I know about Berserk. Based on that, it's not enough for me to give an opinion, but it's at least enough for me to understand a little bit. But I think the idea conceptually is cool. I mean, a guy going through the most disturbing, terrible stuff ever and still moving on somehow. I think it's a nice message to send to people, especially adults.
The thing is with Berserk 2, it was also the predecessor for Vinland Saga as well as Samurai
really?
X. Yeah.
Also,
But-
Dark Souls.
But it does fit in this tier regardless, so it doesn't really matter.
I've heard of Monster,
Mon-
but I've never seen it.
I think this is like the psychological
Yeah, that's what I
thing. I don't know. I haven't seen it. It does seem interesting. So
I think it's either about like a serial killer or a parasite, one of the two.
yeah, I think
well.
it's like
don't know, though.
a mentally deranged world leader or something.
World leader. Okay, that's interesting.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Blood again. You know, do you say?
I do not know.
Okay. What is this?
Oh, it does seem familiar. I think that's called like Shaman King or something, but I have not watched that.
Okay. Well, I have never even seen that. We all know where this one is. Booyah, baby. What do you think, bro?
I don't know if it's S tier.
That's fair.
I think it is really, really good, especially like there's a division between the 1999 or something and like the 2011 version.
I was thinking for convenience this would be the remake because the 1999 version, I don't think it goes over the entire plot. I mean, neither does the modern version, but like I think the 1999 version doesn't go as far as like the Chimera Ant,
No,
for
it
example.
doesn't. It didn't go that far, but
Was it just the Hunter exam? How far did it go?
no, it went further than that. I think it was like it went up to York New City. So like the tower, the Heavens Tower thing, like the tournament thing. I think it
Oh,
went
the
to that
Heavens
far.
Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's just pretend, because I haven't seen the 1999 version at all. I was just pretending this was like the 2011 remake.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of differences, but like,
2011, right?
yeah, it's really good, but there's a lot of talking.
But did you know that Bungee gum has properties of both rubber and gum? Did you know, bro?
That is true.
Did you know that there are 6 types of Nen?
That is true.
Did you know that I'm actually a manipulator?
Bro, the thing is, like, Nen, in my opinion, is like,
So cool. So awesome.
it's like
so interesting.
undeniably the best power system, in my opinion.
Other than stands.
But like, it's like, this show has like so much talking, and it gets so complicated.
That is so true. That's a
it's
very
like-
valid criticism.
It's like, bro,
Like, let's just get to the action already. The
Yeah.
action, when it's there, and the strategy and the thinking, it's so awesome. But there's just these slow points that I could definitely see people getting turned off from.
yeah,
them.
I don't know if this
So
is,
if you put that in A tier, that's totally
yeah,
fair.
I think this is the top of A tier, I would say,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
I do think the power set and the characters and the arcs are more interesting than Naruto, though. Like the Hunter exam, I think it's just a better Chunin exam.
Whoa,
The Heavens Arena,
whoa.
it's just a
Whoa.
better Chunin exam, okay? Heaven's Arena is just better. Greed Island, that's Sword Art Online, but better. And then you have the Chimera Antark, that's Berserk, but better. No, I take that back. I'm just joking.
Okay, that was some crazy statement.
That's a crazy
I'm just gonna act like you never said any of that.
Yeah, that's fair, bro. Anywho, what's this?
Darker than black? It's me. Yeah, no, throw that in.
Ivan, when the lights turn off.
Wait,
in the
I
room.
think this was the crazy one with like the cute art style, and then everyone's serial killers or something.
Bro, she has a plastic wig on. That's
Wait,
so bad.
Wait, what is this picture? Like they had a JPEG background of a
Why is
sunset.
it high resolution? Bro, we gotta put that in the F tier for that, right?
Yeah, just put an F tier.
All right. Bottom of F. All right. What is this one? Cowboy Bebop? I've never heard of this one. Have you
You've
heard of
never heard of Cowboy Bebop?
this? There's like some guy, right?
Dude, this is
I'm screwing with you, bro.
okay.
Okay.
That's crazy.
I've never watched it though. Have you seen it?
I've seen a little bit of Cowboy Bebop. The thing is, it does seem like really, really good, and like the soundtrack and the artwork and like the idea of it is really, really cool and interesting. But I haven't really seen that much of it, so I don't really know the plot or the overarching story or anything.
Okay, we're putting it in the cyan tier.
Yeah,
Hellsing Ultimate. Have you heard of Hellsing Ultimate, bro?
bro. Hellsing Ultimate. Well, this is technically just Hellsing, which is different
my
from
bad, bro.
Ultimate. But
Pretend it's Hellsing Ultimate. We might not see Ultimate for a while.
yeah, I would say I would just treat it as Hellsing Ultimate. So the thing is with Hellsing Ultimate, in my opinion, it's one of my favorite animes. It's like it's tied for top 1 with like a couple things probably.
Fruitacious Basket coming up.
Yeah, that's one of them probably. And so for Hellsing Ultimate, it's like so confidently itself. It's like what's it called?
I love anime when they do that. When they have such a powerful style, they have this identity about them that makes them unique.
Yeah, it's like so unapologetically itself. Like it does a really good job of committing to what it presents in the first episode. Like in the first episode, it's like vampires and like this person gets turned into a vampire, like this innocent girl gets turned into a vampire. So it doesn't back out and like try to put some weird backstory or crazy stories behind every character. It just
Sound like JoJo.
it just goes to the main character and makes what's crazy just even crazier. And like within like 12 or 15 episodes, however long it is, you just get like the craziest visual like animation of like a decade worth of animation. And it's just like there's barely any talking that isn't cool. Like this show did a really good job of making talking like really cool, because when they're saying shit, they're gonna be fighting, and this guy's like regenerating, and he's like turning
that's
into a
sick.
vampire, and like
Go sick.
there's not. I think aside from the ending and like what people like learn about characters, I don't think there's like many characters that people just like really dislike. Like in Naruto and other animes, like there's a lot of people who just like hated all of the girls in that show because they were seen as useless. But in Hellsing, like everyone is like equally aura, not equal, but like has a lot of aura. So in my
They have their
opinion-
own role at least, right?
yeah. And then like once it comes to the climax of the show, it's just so ballistically stupid, but it's not disturbing. Like Berserk was like really, really cool. It had a lot of cool scenes, but you know, it's a guy swinging a sword at demons.
Exactly.
And then in Hellsing, it's like there's no like really weird rape scene or anything, and then there's like Hitler, Catholic, vampire, World War III war, and so
The
it's
next
like,
one's Hajime no Ippo. So
just
I'm
really
gonna
cool.
let you have this one. I gotta get water.
Okay. I'm gonna put Hellsing Ultimate at right below Hunter x Hunter because I think it's really really cool. But it's that's cap. I'm capping. It has the same problem as Love is War. Well, by this logic, then Naruto shouldn't be in this tier. Okay, I'll put Naruto at the bottom, or Naruto Shippuden at the bottom, and I put Hellsing Ultimate at the top of B tier because it's just so unapologetically itself, but there's no depth to it. It's just aura. On the other hand, there's something with kind of like the reverse problem, but also not, is Hajime no Ippo. The thing with Hajime no Ippo, it's like, it's a boxing anime of this kid who learns to become strong and like fight people and do things in a really genuine and cool way with like different strategies on how to box and do certain stuff. And this show was kind of like the pioneer or like the blueprint on how to make multiple characters really interesting and likable. Like in my opinion, the way I see it is like JoJo kind of took from Hajime no Ippo in its way of like making every character like individuals, you know? Like in Hajime no Ippo, there's the main character, obviously Ippo, who goes to a boxing gym with other characters. And so each character is like recognizably itself. Similarly, like if you were to make a comparison with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like there's in part 3 like Jotaro, but there's also like individually what's that? Kakyoin and Polnareff and then Avdo, and all of these characters are individuals. Hajime no Ippo, I think, did it first, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no.
Are you saying that in other anime, the characters sort of like blend together? They don't stand out as much?
I would say so, yeah. Because like if you think of Naruto, there's like Naruto, Sasuke.
I thought the characters were really like individual and cool and unique in Naruto.
In OG Naruto, it did a good job of that. But in Naruto Shippuden,
I don't know anyone in Shippuden.
It kind of just like washed all the way.
Like Sai is kind of boring. No,
Dude,
he's just straight up boring.
He's actually boring. But anyways, Hajime no Ippo, the thing is, it has the One Piece problem where it's not even finished yet. It's longer than One Piece, technically. And so it just like, even though the character is technically like obviously getting closer to the goal, it still has the problem of like, how do you keep readers hooked for that long, you know?
I feel like Hajime no Ippo, it's one of those cases where I think the character really needs an ending because not all sports careers last forever. How long has what's the character's name?
Ippo.
How long has Ippo been boxing? I was gonna call him Hajime, bro.
Yeah, bruh. But it definitely has a definite ending. Like it does. It's clear where the ending is going. But it's like,
Then why hasn't he reached it yet?
it was because they're actually doing like realistic problems. Like in Ippo, he got brain damage and to prevent from him having permanent damage, he's like retired for a while. Ooh. So it's like actually realistic stuff. But anyways, the problem wasn't from like him never being able to reach the goal. The problem came from the way that the author is trying to continue, like, what's it called? Trying to continue
Like the main
having
story?
a fellowship. Yeah, sort of. Because like I said, the main story isn't just Ippo. Like the main story is like multiple different characters. But there are just some fights that are just like had people thinking is like, man, this was unnecessary, or like this should have happened, like this is a weird way to do stuff, and this just prolongs the story, and it's clearly what he wants and stuff like that. And if the main point of the show is for fighting, then make the fights like each one of them has to be like banger. Then, you know, if you're gonna make it that long, they have to be like super sick. And I'm not.
Some of them are super sick.
A lot of them are super sick, but there's just a handful of them that made people like, oh yeah, I'm dropping this. This is gonna take way too long.
That's
It's
so
like
unfortunate,
so
dude.
symbolically stupid.
That's literally how I dropped Fire Force.
Yeah, but I think it's like really, really, really good, and like the themes. It's like,
Never give up.
well, yeah, but the theme or like the overarching question is like, what does it mean to be strong? And like, it kind of feels like there was never any progress towards that answer. Oof. It's just like this guy got stronger, but he he's not really learning what it means to be strong as much. I mean, like he obviously is, but it's also kind of clear that the point isn't to reach that question. The point is to just get the world title, which it does make sense, but for the depth of it to become an S tier, it doesn't reach that qualification.
How about within their own unique arcs? Because I'm thinking of Hunter x Hunter, for example. Like, Gon and Killua are growing up, right? But within each individual arc, they grow up in their own individual way. They learn something about the world that they didn't know before. Is there something like that in Hajime no Ippo, where Ippo learns an individual lesson in each arc?
The thing is like, in each arc, let's take an arc. Like, what does an arc actually look like in Hajime no Ippo? It's mostly just preparing for certain fights. Like, if like an arc, so to say, in the beginning of the show would be like a rank A tournament, it's just fight after fight after fight. And like, that's kind of what the whole show is anyway. So it's hard to make differentiations, right? In Hunter x Hunter, there's the Hunter exam, and then there is York New City, and then there's Greed Island, and there's Chimera arc, and then election. It's like a lot of really different stuff. When Hajime no Ippo, there's a fight, and then there's a fight against a guy who's different, and there's a guy who's also different, and then there's like also side problems too. But like, there's no definite progress towards answering the symbolic question, and it's kind of like no character has found it, which I guess is also interesting. But it's hard to make progress. It's hard to say that there's progress towards a question when there's not. It's clearly not the intention.
Yeah, and without clear change, it's harder to stand out in memory.
It definitely does stand out, but it's hard to be hooked on it for a long time, because it has been a long time. And for that, I'd say I'd put it like here or something.
Dang, you spent a lot of time criticizing it to put it that high.
The thing is like, Hajime no Ippo, it doesn't have any of the problems from this. Like, it has all of the nuance, and it's like the predecessor for like, and also like Hunter x Hunter reflected upon Hajime no Ippo of like making each character very like individualistic, and Hajime no Ippo kind of did it first, so it has like the pioneer points, right?
That's true.
And like the fights in Hajime no Ippo are like, the fights itself are really gripping, and like there's a lot of like genuine buildup between each of the characters, and there's a lot of actual genuine emotions. It just kind of gets repetitive, and to keep something interesting for a sort of repetitive anime, it kind of fails to like break into that S tier, in which it has like an overarching goal or has like an overarching message. It's just really good, but it's not a masterpiece, basically.
I see.
So,
also, I'm surprised that you put Hellsing Ultimate in B tier. I thought it was one of your favorites.
it is one of my favorites, but like, it doesn't break this. So like,
So you like it, but it's not not as good.
no. If it's like I said, this is the tier for like, if this was an enjoyable tier list, this would be an easy S tier for me.
Oh, but this is overall quality.
Yeah. So like, this doesn't break the. This has all three of these have a lack of depth though, and that's the main problem for it to be a higher quality, is that it doesn't have the depth that these ones have, you know. And then there's just little inconsistencies that make these top 5 or top 6 not S tier. So, yeah.
Let's see. All right. I think we should cap off this episode here, because it's getting around the 30 to 40 minute mark. That's when I wanted to stop it. I was actually going to stop the recording after Hajime no Ippo, and I was planning for it to be like 36 minutes, but 43 is okay too.
Yeah.
Anywho, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Do you want to keep recording for this session?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, because I wanted to keep going as well. See y'all in the next one.